Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. And I will never get nobody name up. They was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that the marriage, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with it.
Rocket, cold.
But look who they said that was Crockett. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
He's attacking our whole nationality, so it ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding them up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't.
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to us, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, are they trying to use stuff for content? I said, well, she gave it to me. But this what I had wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video, and he was talking about like in Chicago when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Oh, good morning, family. Good morning. Good morning. My bad. I got kind of, I'm kind of late with the share game, so I'm trying to get it all together. Just had to hit a couple spots, you heard? And that ain't nothing. It's going to be where it's at. We're going to make it do what it do. Well, how everybody doing on this wonderful cold morning in the 8:10? And good morning, beautiful people. Great morning to y'all. Let me get up. We got a sponsor real early this one. Shout out to Felicia Martinez. That's that East Coast love you heard by way of New Jersey. She said Mickey's Roll Call is sponsored by Nike Tracksuit. The Venezuelan president war when taken into custody. The sweatsuit is sold out and on back order. That is crazy work. Damn, Phil Knight finna get paid. And that's what it is.
Leave it up to U.S. Army Delta Force to make sure economic upturns. Nike's making a cent off of their work. Good job.
What's up, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis? Even in America, they will make money on you going to jail. And ain't that something? What's up, Common Sense? Georgia boy, what it do, what it do? Y'all know that's Felicia to always find us some sponsorships because everybody's scared to sponsor one of the dangerous, independent networks in the city of Flint, rolling through the state of Michigan. You heard? What's up, Andre Holland? Thank you for tapping in. Wanda Smith, good morning, beloved. I see my Gaddis clan in the building. What's up, Rose Gaddis? We got the lovely Beverly Biggs Levy in the building. What's up, Sweet Cupcake on break? Thank you for tapping in. We got Mama Quill in the building. Linda Chilton in the building. I see you twice. I got to name you twice. Concrete Jungle in the building. Lana, what it do? And good morning, beloved. Coretta H in the building. And shout out to Jed and his INA team. You know what I'm saying? The mayor might don't like you, but you're all right with the people. Jed, you all right with the people. But stay out of Flint, though. I'm telling you. Michelle Smith, a.k.a. Ann, how you doing? Because it's diabolical. They finna run me. And my bad. Shout out to her husband because he's in the building, too. I'm about to get up out of here. I ain't going nowhere. We couldn't let you get up out of here. You heard? You can't win them all. You can't win them all. The lovely Carolyn Hendricks. How you doing, beloved? Thank you for tapping in. We got the lovely Terry Nixon in the building.
Shit.
Hassan Pinchback, thank you for tapping in. As y'all can see, I'm still coming from that dental work. Boy, when I tell you, it seems like I'm in more pain today than I was the weekend. But good morning, family. Good morning. Good morning. Lena, we trying to do something spectacular. We've been telling on everybody crooked in the city, and ain't nobody noticed the shit. Ain't that something? We got Erica Gaddis in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Michael B, what it do? Thank you for tapping in. We got the lovely Deborah Luna in the building. You heard? Let me see. Pop Gaddis, who helped expand the Gaddis clan. And let me see this right here with Deborah Luna then found. Did you see Gilchrist dropped out of the governor's race and now he's going to run for Secretary of State? Diabolical.
Which Gilchrist?
The lieutenant governor.
Oh, okay.
Lieutenant governor.
Yeah, whenever I hear Gilchrist, I'm sitting here like, all right, which one? Because there's the lieutenant governor, then there's one that runs around Flint. I'm like,
What's up, Tony Terry? Good morning. Hey, look, it's showtime. It's gonna be Indiana and Miami. Miami-Dade County in the building. Loving me. You right. We need love. 810 need love and Flint need love. I'm telling you what I know. Denise Cousins, how you doing, beloved? Thank you for tapping in. The lovely Juana Terry in the building. I'm trying to boy, they making money off this stuff going on. Hey, Spragg, what it do? What it do? Thank you for tapping in. The Way of Jesus Christ live stream is in the building. Bonnie Vanner, how you doing? How you doing? We got Marcia Talbot in the building. Good morning, beloved. Kenneth, I see you tapping in. Good morning. Good morning. Good. Big Mama Gaddis in the building, and we got the lovely Sharon. That's that Georgia love coming in. Hot diggy dog. Okay, hold up. We got Elder Golden Child Sharp in the building. How you doing, good brother? How you doing? I should have called it Messy Monday.
I can go back and change the name right now.
I said, you know why? The reason I was saying that Messy Monday. What's up, Blakey Gaddis? Because you see all the stuff that's going on. I've been watching the news. I see a lot of people. I know me and Brother Elliot did speak a lot on it, but oh, wow. I didn't know he was from down that way. I feel you.
Oh, no, it must be working. Okay.
Hey,
cool.
Deborah Luna, he did probably get that talk about don't split the vote. He fell on track. But I don't think he was gonna win it anyway, but I do agree with what you're saying.
Messy Monday. I like it.
Yeah, because the reason I called it Messy Monday, and I'm going to tell you why. Because if you really go see all the stuff that's going on, I mean, people is mad about that, what ICE did. Now, I want to get your opinion on that situation that happened in Minnesota. And let's don't get it twisted. This is a Democratic state, if I'm not mistaken. Ain't this a liberal state?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I got this right. How you feel about what happened down there?
Well, after looking at the body cam, which, that's what I was waiting for to talk about it, because so many different cell phone angles ain't going to show too much. Mm-hmm. She was told to get out of the car a few times. Mm-hmm. And then she decides, I'm going to back up and go forward. Okay, now you're driving a deadly weapon. Now you're disobeying cops, and you've just put one in harm's way. Mm-hmm. Do I think she should have been killed for it? No. But do I understand the cop shooting? Yes. Mm-hmm. And then if you take a look at Minnesota's own law, they have a law in the books where if a driver even so much as lets off the brake while a cop's in front, cop can use deadly force. That's their own fucking law.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing Walz and everyone from that state, especially lawmakers from that state, coming out and saying, oh, this is terrible. This is something you passed in 2024. This is a law that Walz signed, their legislature put together, and now they're upset that it happened. Okay. It's...
No, that's why I was just asking, what's your take on it?
That's my take. Like, it's just a problem because it was an action that they don't happen to agree with. But at the same time, look, this is happening. Immigration is coming through everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you didn't know this was going to happen. And if you're going to protest it, don't put yourself in between law enforcement, whether you agree with it or not,
mm-hmm.
and what they're doing. There's going to be confrontation there. Just like I did see one gentleman get blasted in the face with looked like a pepper spray air cannon. And I saw the before and I saw the after. That ICE officer was completely jacked up because that guy is backing up, hands up, look of terror on his face, and then he catches orange poof in his face. That ICE officer is fucked up, right? I can call a ball on a strike. Not everything ICE is doing is right. Not everything they're doing is wrong, though.
Yeah. And the only thing because the reason I'm asking about it, and the reason I asked you that, because now I'm seeing the outcry. You know what I'm saying? What was going on? And my thing is, I was looking at it like, they forgot about the Keith Porter situation. That's what I'm saying. It ain't no outcry. But now my thing is, I know Minnesota wish they would have passed that George Floyd bill now. Because now it's an outcry. Because I'm going to tell you, it might look at it like this. She was, and I'm being honest, she was interfering with police had going on, whether you like ICE or not. She was interfering with what they had going on. Mm-hmm. We have been killed for less, trying to go away, going in the opposite direction. And that's the point.
I can give something that we've shown on our programs before because it's something that we don't get in trouble with monetization. The young man just videoing, walking backwards from the cop, and the cop hits him with pepper spray. Mm-hmm. The young man was not interfering and he got hit with pepper spray, right? Or how about the cops pepper spraying people's food? Okay, I can see that is wrong. She was actively interfering. It was her job and her own self-appointed task to interfere. If you don't like it, protest off to the side and challenge it in courts. You get up in someone's face, there's going to be conflict, and that's what happened there.
No, because I had to go back and look at it. I'm just being honest. I had to go back and really look at it because I seen a lot of people was in family. I just wanted to put this up with Deborah Luna was talking about it. I'm gonna get right back to what I was saying. Right here, this was what she was talking about in the chat. We got Michigan Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist withdraws from gubernatorial race and announcing runs for Secretary of State. I'm struggling because y'all know my mouth over here on fire.
Yeah, dude, you're talking like you got your mouth wired shut.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen.
It hurts like a motherfucker, right?
I know.
I've been there.
Right. So this who they talking about, Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist. That's running for he's gonna be running for the Secretary of State. But
let's hope he does better than Johnson.
Yeah. I just wanted the people to know who she was talking. I mean, who Deborah Luna when I put her comment up. But back to what I was saying, because like I said, I was able to go watch different shows, as y'all can see. I've been watching different shows because I've been in the pain. So when I see it, but see, this the thing that they had a lot of go on, Mark. Reason I brought that up, they said, let me see what Mark Hudson said. The immigration officer feared for his life from a 37-year-old woman in broad daylight in a Honda Pilot with a retriever in the back seat with windows wide open. Don't be ridiculous. He was no, but see, that's the power that they have gave the police officer. That's the reason I brought that up. when we been, that's why I was like, if they could have got that George Floyd bill passed, you probably would have more police accountability. This is what they voted for. This is what I'm saying. When you do things, but she probably never in a million years thought that would happen to her. Let's just be honest, what it is.
I mean,
Cause
if you take a look at it, obstruction, which is what she was doing, obstruction. She was trying to stop them from doing their job. That is an arrestable offense. She was obstructing. They told her to get out of the vehicle. She refused. She then tried to run. That action right there with a cop in front of her made that a deadly situation. It doesn't matter if the windows are down and there's a dog in the back seat. Those are irrelevant facts. The fact that she's trying to run and hit that gas, especially on icy surface, that put a lot of people in danger. Now, did the shooting also put people in danger? Yes. But I've been on the receiving end of a dude trying to run me down. Guess what? I put holes in his fucking cab too.
That's the point. Because like I'm saying, if people go back and watch the Keith Porter situation, New Year's, ICE officer went and put his stuff back on. It ain't getting no PT. And it was New Year's. He was shooting in the air. Off-duty ICE officer. That's the point I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Thrown in some cuffs and put in a nice dark hole because those bullets come back down.
And right now, that's what his family's suing for. Because you said he said the same thing. His life felt threatened. He shot at you. Where the bullets? Shouldn't it be casings over there where you said you got shot at?
Yeah, no. If you're just shooting up in the air, fucking later, dude. Time to go away.
It was New Year's though, but where he was just shooting up in the air. But that's the point that I'm making. Oh, let me see this right here. Denise Cousins, we get into this. She said, did you see Sheriff Swanson saying he doesn't have enough signatures? And if you and has many as you can get together, message him. His workers will contact you and give you a piece of party while singing.
Hold up. Can we rewind that for half a second? Mm-hmm. Weren't people trying to slam on, I believe it was Ms. Bev Biggs for giving out food, even if you weren't signing petition or recall papers, trying to say that was cash for signatures or payment for signatures? Isn't a pizza party the same fucking thing?
Well, I'll say this.
Thank you, Carol.
Carol say, isn't that bright? But you know,
thank you. And I saw Jason and his partner. I was about to say sidekick, but that's demeaning. His partner ran into Chris Swanson at a gun show this weekend. Tried asking him a few questions. Chris tried to beat feet out of there pretty quick. Look, I'm not knocking on the sheriff, you know, the governor candidate. At the same time, bro, like, you're gonna get asked questions. You can't run away from all of them. You know what I mean?
Man, it look like some of this stuff is downright dire, but it once again is about if they against you. Like you see, remember Liddell called themselves going to tell, and we said no after we found out somebody in the chat was like, "No, you can't do that."
I had to delete a post on Facebook from my personal account because people were accusing me of jumping in on a bribery scheme. Like, okay, no, I'll walk away from that. Thank you very kindly. Have a good day. But a man running for governor. Now, let's see how fast after this show that post disappears. Hell, we'll see if it disappears during the show. Keep an eye on that for us, folks.
Man, listen, when it get downright diabolical for this thing, man, it get downright nasty. That's all I can tell you. I'm ready for the political season, man, because I'm looking at it now. That's what I'm saying. What was the one police, the chief that came out said, ICE come in her city, she gonna arrest them.
Oh, yeah, she called them fake law enforcement, X, Y, and Z. I'm sitting here going, ma'am, those are federal law enforcement. Like, and you can go ahead and try, but you're going to end up losing a lot of federal funding because Trump, like him or hate him, and agree with this or disagree with this, but this is just a fact. Trump will remove funding if he thinks that you're standing in the way of his whatever political goal. If you think it's right or wrong, that is just a fact. He will do it. He's threatened it. He's done it.
Well, I can say, family, This is what you voted for. And it's the truth. This is what you voted for. So you can't be mad. That's why I was saying it's messed up. But
Oh, no, I'll say majority of our chat did not vote for this. Majority
I'm
of our
saying the
chat
ones
voted
who
for the opposite.
did. But you got a lot of people who did vote for Trump. They kind of mad now. You got people saying ICE went too far. No, they just saying you got Republicans is coming out like now everybody ain't on the train.
And then I've got some Democrats coming out and saying, no, this is what we needed at the same time. Like there are people jumping the rails on both sides of this.
Yeah, yeah, because they look, dude. Once again, I'll say the ugly thing that nobody want to say nothing about is because it was a white woman who they did this to. Let's just be honest. That's what it is. You know how many other black people ICE done killed that ain't made no big theory? Let's be honest. Yeah, go on there.
I think that proves your point, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's why I like the Keith Porter story. Ain't nobody heard about that. I was just watching something this morning on TikTok.
I heard a snippet about it when my wife was listening to a podcast and I was making a sandwich. I'm like, okay, I'll wait. And I waited, and I ain't heard shit about it else. I'm like, okay. You just reminded me about it, actually. Now, dropping a dude because he's shooting in the air. No, that's not legit. Yeah. Arresting a dude for shooting in the air, yes, fine. Even federal law enforcement does have the right to arrest, even for minor infractions, as long as it's just against the law, right? There's national laws against shooting in the air. So ICE officer could have gone over there, said, hey, put your gun down. I'm going to arrest you for it. We're going to call the local PD. He could have done that. Now, had a bullet whiz by his head, had you seen any shell casings, then we can call it a justified shoot. What you're telling me right now, there were no casings. Or at least not enough for it to be an actual, not enough for an actual X, Y, and Z. Okay.
Right.
I'm not arguing it. I'm not saying that, I'm not arguing against you. I'm just saying what it is. Like, if he was shooting in the air, arrest him. If he is shooting at you, you have to show proof.
Right.
If nothing else, pull out your fucking cell phone. Your law enforcement. This country, law enforcement is getting a lot of eyes on it. It has since 2020. You better pull out that cell phone and fucking show proof that you're being fucking shot at, right? If you don't have a body cam with you because you're in your civs and you're in your off time, pull out a phone.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why, but I'm saying, but you interfering. When you interfering and when you interfere.
Can I get a mod on the cell phone side, please?
Oh yeah, they mad right now.
I know. Look, I'm doing what you and Wintus told me to do. I'm just asking a mod to the cell phone side, please.
Yeah. They were mad. I have put him already in 5-minute timeout. I ain't put him in there. I ain't block him. He got mad when I said it, but it's the truth. But now you got the police people. That's why I said if they would have did if they would have passed that George Floyd bill, maybe you had some things that probably wouldn't have went that way. You could take, you know what I'm saying? You speaking out on it. I'm just saying they like late with it. I'm just saying all of y'all late. You know what I'm saying? People in government, you're late on it. You had opportunities you could have had.
If it wasn't for the government, who would solve the problems that government makes? You get what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Who was it? Lanita Murray, good morning. Good morning to Miss Eunice and everybody that just came in. If I didn't say y'all name.
Bonnie.
Good morning. Because I seen a couple people that came, man. So many.
Yeah, Sandra Nichols.
Yeah.
We had someone bring that up. Mickey brought up the news story to show us which Gilchrist. Because when I first started, I was like, wait, Weaver's Gilchrist was running for governor?
Yeah. Now we can go on and swing off into that and get down to this Pizzagate thing. But
yep.
Is this
the Pizzagate?
Yeah, but this the law enforcement. He should know, shouldn't he? That you can't do that. Or did he say it, or was it people up under him who said you go ahead and do this?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna argue about what happened with the shooting in the air. Now, the lady in Minnesota, like, okay, she was told, get out of the vehicle. You're being arrested for obstruction.
Mm-hmm.
You're stopping law enforcement from doing what their job is.
Mm-hmm.
And she decides to just nope out of there while there's a dude in front of her. Okay, yeah, shoot. Like I said,
Mhm.
I've been in that cop's position. Granted, I wasn't doing law enforcement. I was stopping vehicles, checking for IEDs. There's a large difference there. And when someone guns it at you, so difference. But I can say I've been in his shoes.
I gotta see how many people running for governor now
Let's see.
for the state of Michigan. I want to
Let's
see
see.
how many people, because with him dropping out. No, Chris, I totally agree she didn't, but this is what we allowed our they can be judge, executioner. You know what I'm saying? They can be. We put a lot in their hands. That's all I can say. When he said he feared for his life, that sounds like regular police here. I feared for my life. They
You,
just showed where one ICE agent came to some people's house. They was ordering. What was that? What's the people to bring the food to you? Roll call.
DoorDash, Uber
DoorDash.
Eats.
Man, DoorDash and a lady and the individual was legal, man. This is what this thing got out of control. But back to what they talk about Chris Swanson. I mean, is it his people? Is it his people to put the post out there, or did he put the post out there?
And speaking of candidates for Michigan governor, you have Jocelyn Benson.
Former Secretary
Gilchrist
of
just
State.
dropped.
What, a current Secretary of State.
Kevin Hogan.
Good morning.
Marnie Swazicki. Chris Swanson. Those are all your Democrat candidates. Then you've got Mike Cox, Joyce Gibson, Anthony Hudson, John James. That's fucking weird. All right. John James, Tom Leonard, Eric Nesbitt, Ralph Rebenant. All right, dude, if I can't say your name, you're not getting it said right. Evan Space, Carla Wagner, and then you've got Mike Duggan running as an independent.
Got it.
So
well, Gilchrist is out. Now. So, but he gonna run for Jocelyn Benson old job. Because she the current right now. She the current Secretary of State.
Yeah. And she did call me once.
She did?
Yeah, I put a complaint on their Facebook because their DMV wouldn't put veteran on my license, even though I brought my DD-214, my exit papers, a whole bunch of other stuff. They said, no, we're not going to do that. They didn't give me a reason. So I complained about it on their Facebook, and I got a direct call from her. And she said, go down there, bring your current license, and I'll calling ahead to make sure that they put it on there. So like I do have a positive feeling for her. Like she reached out. She didn't have to reach out, talk to some rando from Flint just about getting veteran on the license, but it was a big deal to me at the time. And she reached out and made sure I got it done. Rather nice of her. But other than that, I don't like I have that soft spot, but she's also let a lot slip in Flint that has affected me far more than veteran on my license, right?
Right. KD, Eleanor, and Lorna in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for tapping in. Let me see what Denise said. He did. I saw it on Facebook yesterday. He does nothing to be on camera. He does anything to be on camera. And he also done videos in other Michigan cities about their water, their rivers. Doesn't care about the water poisoning here, though. Wow.
Look, like I said, I'm not going to knock on Chris, but I'm not going to sit here and cheerleader him either. In my opinion, just the way I'm running it in my head, he's just another candidate for governor, and we haven't heard from him as candidate for governor yet. You know what I mean? And I'm not giving anyone an endorsement this time. I'm sorry. Like, we've been burned too many times. So, Mr. Swanson, you want to come on once again? We'll figure out who you'd like to talk to or who would like to talk to you and give you the time, probably about an hour interview. Same for anyone else running for governor, whether it be Anthony Hudson, which, yeah, we tried getting an interview and that one kind of fell through, but Tom Leonard, or even if Jocelyn Benson, not Joshua, Jocelyn Benson like to come on. Hey, we got space for you.
Lee King and Michael Cooley, thank y'all for tapping in. And y'all know what Michael Cooley from the good brother from Greenwood, Mississippi, 662 point award. He said, keep that pressure on Davina Diabolical. I'm just going to say, listen, Davina got pressure on us. That's all I can tell you. I'll be down there in tears, man. The way I feel for the family in Flint, the way they getting dead so nasty. Who was Winter's friend?
Probably Swanson.
Yeah. Swanson, all right.
Like we've had working relationship with him, but it's election time. He hasn't come on about this election, so he's not friend at the moment. He's just candidate.
I think Swanson. Listen, we got to speak the truth. No, I knew who you was talking about, Chris. Donnell Meredith. Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. I knew who you was talking
went
about.
The wrong way.
Yeah, I had to do that to you. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it. It's just, it's just
that
rough.
came out sideways.
It's just rough. It's what Katie
Thank
said.
you.
It's politics, not friendship.
Yep. Look, as we've all said, especially here, I think it started here. There are no friends in politics, only interest.
Right. Good morning, the world. Now, he your friend if I'm behind that. If they come grab me, Swanson, come on, give me a single cell with a double thick, a double thick mat. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be here no more than 45 minutes. That's when I find out of you, my friend. You can go and get me out. Don't make me do the whole, like I'm sitting back there with you in your office. We talking junk. I'm drinking water, bottled water, or I'm sitting down there with John Neal sitting around. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not doing nothing to be in there. You know, if they got me in there, they set me up. You know, they just took me. I'm a political prisoner.
I mean,
and I'm just saying, that's when I know my friendship. I don't care about if you come talk, sit down with me. When I'm in these ones, they ever pulled me over, they was BSing, and they take like a counsel when they want to throw me out and this and that, and I got to go do 48 hours. No, I want to be sitting in the office with you. We walking around, and then I want to be like, oh, you can go. Like 15 minutes. I go through the procedures that you want to go through, all that. But I want to be sitting behind the desk with y'all. That's if you got that type of control, is what I'm saying. That let me know. You know what I'm saying? That's type of friend I want when you go in there. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Miss Kariza? I ain't got all that. If I got to go to jail and sit up in there, that's not a friend.
Swanson did a couple things for some folks that we know. God, I think it was Art. And he didn't let Art go early, mind you. But he did move Art to a solitary cell. Like, okay, you know what? I can't let you go early. We have to follow this. But I can make things a bit more comfortable for you because I don't agree how shit happened. You're going here. I think he did the same sort of deal for Clack.
What's up, RJ Cat? Nah, that ain't the type of help I want.
I don't think he's going to let you go early, but you know what?
I mean, but I don't want to be in no cell. I want to be sitting in his desk with them. I'm telling you how it can go. I done seen it before. They did it for me when I was down there in Oakland. No, it wasn't Oakland. It was what's that right there? And they rough Clarkston. Boy, I was down there in Clarkston. Caught a ticket.
I'm sitting here like I don't know where you're talking about. Shit.
Clarkston. I got caught in Clarkston. You know what they did to me? Even though they knew I was gonna pay my bond to get out, I got to sit in the office with my man until like he was changing duty. He was like, "I gotta go to put you in a holding tank." Yeah, he looked out for Jet. But what I'm saying is, I'm Mickey. I should be able to sit up in there, and we're gonna go through the proper procedures. What I'm saying, I got to go through that. Okay, they went and paid the process, and I could do that. But I'm not sitting in. I don't want to be in no whistle there. We got to do this real now. If you the man, I expect you. Listen. I wouldn't touch a feather. So if you the man, I shouldn't have to go through all of that. That's all I'm saying.
When it comes to Flint, what's the point of being in a political position if you're not going to participate in a little bit of nepotism?
Ooh, look what Mike Hutchinson said. We're going to get to it.
Uh-huh. We've said that a few times. It doesn't matter anything else, just what your driver's license says.
Nah, look what Stanley said. What Stanley said, Davina only looks at a driver's license and voter registration. AC suddenly makes sense. Whenever AC was asked where he lived, he said, I've been voting here for 40 years.
But where do you live, good sir? Where do you live, good sir? No, that's fine. Literally. I might, if people have questions about residency, I'll I may go into the elections division, see what address they got on their stuff. This isn't doxing, it's public information now. It's on a government website. And we might just end up seeing where some of these folks are staying. Google Maps is a hell of a tool.
Let me break this down to you though. Man, people, you can go pull up people addresses right now. You might have different addresses. There's some people who have license at at your mama house, and you might have people know how stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have your address, but that don't mean you physically live there.
Look,
you use your
I'm just saying what I did with 21, right?
Hmm.
Looked up 21's address and go look at Google Maps, street side view. That's a bando. Where's the front door on this place? Why is the porch shrinking like that? Why are there no windows? Why are some of the windows boarded up? Why is there, vines creeping down this thing? We can do the same for just about anyone, honestly. Whether it be mayor, city council, state rep.
Man, people play games, but that's the name of it. That's why I look at Davina like she letting stuff go. And just look at the first. I mean,
the first ward.
No, I was going to say that clerk office has been a thorn in the side to the city of Flint, but it has been good to the people who want to run and do something strange for a little bit of change. That's what the clerk office has been good to them type of people who would do something a little strange for a little piece of change.
But it does nothing for the people that actually live in the ward when their councilmen don't live in that ward. I mean, people are going to argue about Leon. All right. We'll step away from him for a minute. What about Griggs?
Right.
Using a bed and breakfast as his address to run for, what was the 8th ward at the time?
Yeah.
But where was he living? Nowhere near that address.
That's what I'm saying. And it's been multiple people. But listen, let me tell y'all something. 21 told me this. I ain't going to get all off into it. This one I knew the game was rigged. 21 was naming people who didn't live here and was running. I'm telling you, man, if y'all go back, I want to say, when was I recording 21? When I was just learning.
2020, 2021.
I was trying to work this equipment. You know what I'm saying?
2020, 2021.
Yeah, so.
You and him fell out in 22 when he lost the state rep race. 23, he came back on for a little bit. 24, he was on for a little bit. Then he ran. We didn't give him our 810 seal of approval like someone else, and then he started shit talking, and now he's gone.
Well, back then in 21, I remember we was talking. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm laughing because at the time when 21, it sounds like a new segment where they say where they stay at, like Word on the Street. And we're gonna have to wait till Word on the Street. When she gonna find out. I'm telling you, this is what's so gangster. And I knew at the time when it was some incident. This is on the time I was on here defending 21, and I'm like, 21, and we knew he didn't stay there because he was like, man, don't nobody stay there. Davina ain't gonna do no checking. And I didn't believe him. I'm like, man, Davina ain't doing no checking and certain stuff. He was telling
me. And you were like, yeah, all right, buddy. And now you're like, shit, all right.
And I'm telling you what he told me. Because this wasn't the first time that got brought up. It had got brought up before about you doing this time when I was recording 21. They said 21 didn't stay there. And remember him and Quincy were people you gotta go back. Remember when him and Quincy was about to dance. I'm hurting. I can't laugh. Remember him and Quincy was about to throw, and Winters was trying to record in her camera when she didn't have a camera on. Man, I believe you, Chris. Man, Winters didn't. This she had one job and one job only was to record that day. And she didn't get to record 21 when him and Quincy, but 21 got mad because Quincy said, you don't even stay in that. You know what I'm saying? What everybody else said, but Quincy put it on. You remember that, Carolyn? But Quincy put it on. You can go back to YouTube.
You don't even stay there.
Right. Well, Quincy said it because it's on record, but This was the stuff. This one I think back, and he was like, "Man, Davina ain't gonna do no checking," because he told me some other stuff. He was like, "Man, I ain't gonna lie." He told me about, I think it was Josh Freeman, and he talked about Briggs, and it was another person. He said didn't stay where they stayed at, and he was like, "Man, what's up, me freak in the building? You ain't never late, good brother. Thank you
And
for
as long
tapping
as you're
in."
here.
Yeah, at council. Remember, Quincy said it, and so when it was going, was it over or something? And they met up, and they met up like I mean, like, man, when they met up and Quincy threw that, I mean, not Quincy and Rich gonna throw that little finger on the air, probably was breaking them up. Man, I'm crying because I'm like, he about to lose it on that. That's what I'm like. That's why. Facts. Oh yeah, yeah.
Santino, there we go.
That's who he told me. I couldn't think of the name. Santino didn't stay there. You right down there. Good morning too. That's what he was talking about. Santino, when he was saying to people, he was like, "Man, Davina ain't gonna do no home, ain't gonna do her work, man." Well, no, I wasn't Davina. It was Arnez. My bad. Arnez, thank y'all for telling me that. He was like, Arnez, he was like, man, they been letting this stuff go down. Long as you cool, you cool with them. That's why when 21 was mad, 21 was mad about the clerk office. Do people forget that? This one Winters had to come pull this up for the right. It wasn't just for him, but he was one of the major people on it. But it was for the write-in candidates. Remember, they threw that form up at Burston.
Oh yeah.
When they threw the form for the write-in candidates, that's what it was. A lot of them even remember Keisha, the only Keisha on the ballot. Even she,
Johnny Cole's best friend. Yep, I remember.
Even she said that she had went and turned her signatures in, and like hers didn't get pushed through. I mean, they didn't let hers go through. I'm just telling you. Even I remember 21. He was like he went and did his, but you know, from different sources it was discrepancy. But I took him for his word during that time. He was like, "No, Mick, I put mine." He said, "I went and did mine," because he had helped Dennis to go get his. And I was like 21. I was like, man, why the hell you gonna go help him and you don't make sure yours straight? You know what I'm saying? We don't know, brother. Chris Kayla, we don't know what Keisha on the block. When, after she seen the BS from dealing with Flint politics, she probably did the rightest thing, got away. So don't get it twisted. That clerk office from Inez Brown down to Davina has been in probably prior to that, but I'm just saying that up under what I seen. I had to get that right. Sorry on you, Davina. You weren't a part of that the first time, but you continued it. So, but when he said that about Inez, he's like, she's not gonna do the what's her name. I believe him. How you doing, Miss Eccles? Thank you for tapping in, beloved, and good morning to you. Great morning to you. And y'all go make sure y'all support Zayna. You heard? And Just Oil. Come on, come on, ladies. Come on, fellas. Valentine's Day is coming up. Treat the women right.
There's that, but also remember, a lot of their products do work for men too.
Facts. Some birthdays coming up. That's what I'm like when you seen it. So that's why he's 21 able to play within the game, because he's like, if they're gonna expose me, they're gonna expose a whole lot of other people. That's why he's not tripping. That's why what you seen with the swing it back to the councilman in the first ward, and the swing it back to the councilwoman in the 7th ward, and even going back to the councilwoman in the 2nd ward. How the game was played. The game was played because they see how the clerk office is, and two, if you cool, let's just be honest, if you cool, because you know that's what I'm saying, allegedly. You can't put this on the mayor, and this how he kind of keep his hands clean, because he can always say, I ain't tell Davina not to do this. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, prior mayors gonna say, well, I ain't tell Inez Brown not to do this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when you seeing all these people, and a lot of y'all look, we all from Flint. We got family in Flint. We know what's going on. So you know who stay in there and who don't. But until you get that clerk office under control, and don't just get it should truly be independent from any mayor in his administration. But long as y'all don't get that and make the clerk office truly independent, you're never gonna really have a truly independent. So whatever, because believe me, the next mayor coming in, the way he got to see how this mayor got to work, shit.
Bro,
What's up?
I decided to look up Chris Swanson's pizza party thing.
Mm-hmm.
He is getting trolled in the fucking comments right now. Okay, let's go through some of these. A pizza party. Okay, sign me up. My prize is a pizza party. Newsflash, 8-year-olds can't vote. Adults need more incentive. I'll sign if your wife runs. How's the sheriff's office running with all this? Anthony Hudson for the win, fix Michigan. I'd rather vote for my 11-year-old. Let's go. Anthony Swanson. This guy has zero qualifications to be governor. Now, if you want to be in the show and catch a predator, he would probably be really good in front of the cameras. No thanks, I'd rather not. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, we want Hudson. Can I sign a counter petition that remove one signature from your petition? Holy shit. Chris is not popular.
Well, you know what, Chris Caleb? I don't think he said Ms. Weaver should run for city council. I don't think she'll do that.
That, and you usually, politically
going
speaking,
for mayor.
You don't go down the ladder, you go up the ladder. Right?
Yeah, you was.
If you go down the ladder, usually they look at you as a political failure. That's how you're looked at. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's how you're looked at.
I thought she should run for state rep. I'll be honest with you.
That I don't know if that's going up or down the ladder.
If I was, what's up, Crystal Monique? Thank you for tapping in. The former mayor Woodrow Stanley did it. He went to state rep. So
I guess I'd call that a lateral because, like, so Woodrow Stanley went from mayor to state rep, while the current mayor went from state rep to mayor. So yeah, I'd call that a lateral step then.
Yeah, if like with me, but I don't know how they view their state rep. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they view it. To me, I think if you just in the politics, it's still a way you can do things, in my humble opinion. But you know, some people think they bigger than the program. And I'm not saying Dr. Weaver is. Let me clear that out.
Yeah.
Clear
in
that
my
up.
Mind, it's to me, it'd be a step down just because of the pay grade, right? The state rep gets paid far less than the mayor. Far less. But, you know, it is what it is, and however you feel like it. Good God. Mr. Sheriff Swanson, if you want someone to do some editing for you, I can do it. I'm not cheap, but I can do it because whoever you got putting up comic book graphics is kind of upsetting me right now.
Miss D, good morning.
You stop, we'll make 6 figures.
I mean,
so what? State rep gets like 76 to 80K right now, whereas mayor's picking up. Well, what's on the agenda for tonight? How much are they trying to increase them to? 130K?
But what if you got a nonprofit? 140.
A lot more.
See what I'm saying?
I'm talking legal money. I'm talking things that are actually on the books.
No, I'm talking about things they will still do while they sitting in them seats.
Yeah, because you can filter a lot of state money into some nonprofits. If you think city council's bad, take a look at a state legislature.
Listen, city council, these rascals just got hip to what was going on. So they saw the mayor like, oh, we get a nonprofit, get some money. Why you think they was like, listen, man? That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you might have. Listen, people prior to them knew how to do it a little more slicker, where everybody didn't know. But all of them that's up on there start getting cars who ain't never had cars. It just showed. I'm not saying allegedly. I'm just saying the way they did things. They made Flint look like a pay to play. I'm not saying if it was, however it was, these people got in here.
Used to be the play until they started really getting looked at around 2016. Like after 2016, yeah, they're still running nonprofits for personal profit. Don't get me wrong. But after 2016, a lot of them started getting knocked down for money laundering and X, Y, and Z. A lot. Like, they're probably trying to find other ways of doing it now.
I just look at it like it's really, in my humble opinion, it's crazy, man. It's just to me how they recycle them. Like when just said, I always say they recycling. I just hope they can get some fresh blood on there who just ain't gonna bow down to everything. You know what I'm saying? Whatever administration come in, where they truly try to work and help the people. Like to me, what's up, the lovely Sherry Allen in the building? Hey Chris, you see, but we allow, and I'm gonna be honest, we allow so many things to slide in Flint. They said you still make it with yeah, I see that now. Hold up, what was Chris at? All them boards in Flint is like that. Yeah, all of them.
Yep. A second.
Now we ain't found the Kennedy Center cleaners is in the mind of the people who made it up. That's where it's at.
Ms. Bev let that one out. She said, no, the Kennedy Center's gone. It's shut down. It didn't catch that money and it died. There is no Kennedy Center cleaners. They got paid to kick Ms. Bev out of the Kennedy Center. And, well, I guess they were supposed to get paid for doing it, but they kicked her out and never got the payment. Like, that should show you right there. If you're going to do dirty business with someone, make sure that you're going to get paid first.
Facts. Hold on, I'm just looking for some. What is all
no, you're good, man. I'm just mixing up my creatine. As soon as we're done today, I'm going to be pushing some weights and then out in the forge.
Yeah, I was trying to find some. Oh, I got it. I'm just getting ready till I was. I'm just getting to our what's the name. I'm just setting it up for when we get ready to go over the agenda.
Yeah, I've got my copy up on my screen, my second screen. So
I know you did. I just got some when we go because it's election season.
Election and deflection.
And you know, family, but I ain't gonna get to that till the 10 o'clock hour. You heard me? I was just setting everything up that I need. But what's up, Shawty Shard in the building? And family, and I'm gonna say that you know, look, family, Lydia McNeely, thank you for tapping this. And no wonder Flint is broke. They are paying everybody on the board all the money.
Just not directly. Yeah. A lot of these boards are you're there for the good of the community. Take a look at the ENA board. And then you take a look on just the periphery of the ENA board. The president's mother's collecting some cash, right?
I mean, to me, I'm looking what Denise Cousin said. She said, if anyone did a lineage of names that are on boards of Flint City and County, would be quite surprised how everyone is related for decades.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I've been told that before. I've been told some people didn't want to talk about school board because you go back far enough, they have some lineage there. Oh, okay, understood. Especially when they're not involved now. It's like, okay, understood. You don't want to get into that problem because X, Y, and Z. I get that. But when you're part of the problem for long enough and you're still part of the problem, like...
I go back to the clerk office because I find it hard to believe that people is really voting for these people. You can't make me think that these people is really voting for these people. I will have to know how long is how many people that's in these boards or in these seats have working relationship with the clerk office. I find it hard to believe that people got out and voted for Joyce. I find it hard to believe. I just find it hard to believe. Because some of the stuff I have watched this woman did, and some of her thought process on like, you know, some of the things she came up with, it never dawned on me that she the one that you can push the education, you know, help kids, help the Flint school system succeed. You can't get me to believe that. I can't. I watch how she did with the Miss Karaja, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you, beloved. I just can't believe it. Oh, because when I'm out, I had some dental work done. That's why I got the mask on. Because when I leave the studio, let me see. Blue Grab. I'm just being honest. It's just some of the people that I've seen And then I feel like the requirements, if you own a school board, your kids should be, if you have kids, they should be going to the Flint schools. It just show you even people on the school board that work for there wouldn't send their kids to Flint schools. No trouble. Thank you for tapping in. It just show you. That's what blows my mind. It blows my mind to the tilt that we got somebody like, hey, Chris, I have to agree with you. I see Boule and Masonic relationships on these boards. I have to agree with you. Because some of the stuff I'm saying, listen, I don't never see none of these people challenge these people when they doing these interviews with them. I don't ever see them challenge. They try to put it out here like everything going good, like we doing this. You cannot tell me on one hand, and that's all it is, Keisha. You right, Katie.
Wait, are you? Because you've called it something else before. You've called it like the wish list. Temu. Thank you. Temu.
Because the reason I say that, you got to look at these. Because believe me, man, I'm watching all these different people. Don't nobody want to call the other person out. They got too many friends. We didn't see how Joyce, how they treated Danielle when Danielle was the president. Better yet, we seen how they treated Anita Stewart when she was. We can go back. We seen how they treated Carol. Like, you can keep going back and you'll start seeing it's the same two people.
Mr. King.
Same two people. I'm just going with the school board right now.
Yeah,
King. Yeah, facts. You know, I was thinking about Joe, Sleepy Joe.
Oh, no.
I can't call Joe Sleepy because Joe was driving from Alabama to come up here.
Yeah, dude was
putting it in. But
something tells me for a man above his 60s, that man was pounding monster.
That's what I'm saying. So when you seeing this and then won't nobody call them out, but you'll have people behind the background. Like, listen, man. I remember my first time with Laura. I damn near blew the interview. I probably wouldn't, but it was probably a good sign because I wouldn't agree with her, you know, her. And I kind of got that feeling on how she was. And I remember me and her, before we went live, family, I told her, you're not going to make me believe in what you believe in. I said, what I will do is I'll respect on what you got going on. I mean, I respect what you're doing, but you can't make me. I'm finna sit up here and go with your program. Well, I won't do the show. I said, don't make me no mind. And that's when a couple people like, you know, like, just let it go. And I'm like, let it go. Oh my goodness. And this is what we talking about. This is what we talking about. This is what I mean when I say when you dealing with
Mark. That's what I assume. If the man's driving up from what, Alabama?
Yeah, he's coming from Alabama.
We were calling him Sleepy Joe for the longest while, and then next thing you know, dude's driving all the way up from Alabama before he resigned. I'd assume the man was pounding energy drinks to get up there. All right, what do we got?
This is your president of the school board. Won't him do it? And then I'm not trying to point nothing out, you know, then you have to see, say, won't he do it? He certainly will. I don't think she was understanding that the young lady was just trying to tell her that won't, you know, like, it's won't he do it, not won't he do it. You see what I'm saying?
How are you going to have people from the school board on the school board who can't do simple, like, what would you call that, second grade sentence structuring? I'm sorry, I don't want a bunch of idiots educating my kids personally.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just what you see it. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just being honest. Did I miss somebody? Oh, okay, no, I got it. Yeah, so that's the
good morning, Bluegrass.
And that's the point that and that's the point that I was making. I'm like, when you see some of the stuff these people get on here, they wanna like, not even, you know, comprehension is reading is fundamental. You can read, but do you understand it? Like a lot of people. What's up, JWC?
Sorry, JWC. Look, I since the New Year show, I have been behaving. Mickey sat me down and said I can't be too crass with things. Just saying. But when it comes to the school board, I can't sit down as quietly, right?
Mm-hmm.
We cannot keep electing people that have the views that we have seen continuously up there, especially in a majority African American city, where this woman has, not the one that you just shown, but one of the others, has continuously shown contempt for the African American community. You just can't have that. And it is ridiculous, quite frankly, that she's up there in the first fucking place. Second, we can't have people who can't string together a second grade sentence up there. How do you expect children to learn if we are electing people who didn't learn in the first place? You have to have leaders that have taken those steps before. How are you expecting Flint children to get ahead in the workplace, ahead in the career field, if the people who are in charge of their education are so far behind in the career field that they're basically, I wouldn't put them in charge of a fucking cash register, to be honest with you.
I mean, some of the stuff, like, see, and I get it, family, why they don't I get it why they don't want me recording that meeting. I get it. And there's no shot for the Flint Neighborhood United. I get it why they don't want it out. Because you can see some of this thinking from your school board president at this meeting. 2 times I've been there, and this woman, some of the stuff she has said, I have left there wondering, like, I know she ain't say this. I know she ain't said this. But she said it.
She said
yeah, and I'm like,
on record, on a microphone, and then proud of it. Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
But proud of it. And I'm sitting here going, hold up. What the hell do you mean? Especially some of the ways that she said it. Like, she refused to apologize for calling Mr. Trey King boy for a while. Like, he's a grown-ass man.
The lovely Eleanor Wicker, because we monetize. That's why you start to see commercials.
We're trying to catch that 50K. I've made sure that they are light. That they're light to keep things going. But when, just to let you in on the backside, when a video was only catching 10 cents prior to me doing that, to now it's actually making a couple bucks, it gets us closer to that brick and mortar.
Yeah, I'm just, like I said, it's so many things that, and no, Brenda, I disagree with you. I don't think the black community need to have a strong police presence. For what? Haven't you seen people already crying about ICE? The same things we've been sitting up here hollering about when they say, "Oh, my life feels threatened."
What pisses me off is, especially like that dude who was running. I think he said he was running for the 8th ward, trying to take Dennis's seat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to get into that actually? Because I kind of do.
Go ahead.
As you were telling me, because I never looked at it, and I believe
it's not. He's running for the 7th ward.
Okay, 7. Thank you. But I believe Ms. Deborah Luna brought it to your attention. The man said something to the effect of, the council is dysfunctional because it is mostly African American. No, the council is dysfunctional because the council is dysfunctional, for one. And this is the same type of idiot that believes, if you go through some of this history, that believes that more policing is needed for X, Y, and Z. No, how about more economic development? How about more economic opportunity? If you take a look at where the most crime, especially violent crimes, are, it's usually the most impoverished. I wonder why. People who have usually don't go out and need to sell illicit materials. Don't have to go out and use violence to keep that market. Whereas if you look at other areas that aren't as impoverished, you don't see these problems as much. Why? Because they have money. Weird.
Let me get it. Hold on 1 second. Nah, it is weird. It's
security aids economic development. I will agree with you there. But I don't think you need stronger policing actions. I think you need fair policing actions. Because where Flint, a lot of the areas that we've covered, hell, the area I lived, you had to beg cops to come. Beg them to come. I don't think you need stronger. I think you need police that are more ready to act when called upon, rather than I'm going to wait until a body drops. They don't have to be there babysitting. That's a police state. No one wants to live in a police state, right? No one wants to worry about, well, damn, if I pull out of my driveway, are all my lights working right now, or am I about to catch a ticket?
But see, this is what scares me. If I have, this is what scares me. If you have these type of people right here making these decisions, and I'll put it up here for people can see where this is at. This was Stephen D. Look what he said. Once again, you have a huge mountain to climb. I guess he was trying to discourage the guy who was ever running. He said, don't fall into the place the rest of the council. I'm sure you're smart enough. But what he said, let me find it. And this was Stephen Barber said, how you say you're a bigoted racist without saying you're a bigoted racist. But let me go find his comments. He said, what did he say? Let me go find the beginning of them. I got to go this way to find them again. Listen, I live in the 7th Ward. He talking to Darrell Brown. He said, I live in the 7th Ward. Now, one city council member elected in the past who is black has ever did a thing for the ward and the city. And the white woman who was elected 3 years ago was ousted by the black fatigue that is infected within all the wards of city council. That is why he's not seeking re-election. I'm guess you're talking about Dennis, because of the corruption your culture has brought into the city all the way. Let me see. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me find. I guess I got to put it back together. He says,
let me, all out of order.
Yeah, out of order. He said, accountability. They are always the victim till the real message is sent to citizens of Flint who are white that have an all-black city council. I'm sure if the tables were turned, we would have rioting, looting, and murder from the blacks.
Yeah, no, that dude don't need to be on council. And I don't think he plans on winning. He just wants a bully pulpit to spread his bullshit.
Yeah.
He just wants a little bit of attention so he can keep saying these terrible things.
But see, the thing with that is, and let me be honest, let me get that. The thing with that is, I got to be honest. The thing, let me take this down. Let me put this up. The thing with that is,
entirety.
Huh?
I said you got to take that down in its entirety before you scroll past something that we can't show.
No, it's just on my Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
My Facebook, I'd be scrolling past things that we can't show. That's why I always get it up and then take it down immediately.
But see, and let's see what
I will point out to something. There's crime in hot better areas are doing better economically. That's not a lie. I mean, you have white collar crimes going on there all the time. And then, of course, you still have drug crimes, less violent crime. And those better off economic areas could benefit from some policing too. Let's face it. Like, hey, we don't want drugs in our country, right? Well, if these better off areas are going to other areas to get their drugs and going home and using them, maybe we need to start looking at that as well. Actually, that's not maybe. That's just a straight up. Like, we do need to start looking at that. Just because you're better off economically doesn't mean that you're not committing crimes.
But see, that's the
for sure.
But that's the point I was trying to make. Was on that right there. It was like, see the stuff that you going through, and you think he the only one that's in here like that? Cut the crap.
No.
And that's the thing with me. Like,
didn't you and Wintus actually get something on camera at the Mott?
When he
polished the board of X, Y, and Z. Yeah,
calling the peanut gallery.
Yeah,
But see, this is the stuff that. But see, people want to act like, oh, that's a little, isolated incident. No, that incident that's still going on in Flint. Just look at. I'm looking at the schools and stuff where they just showed where. Don't get it twisted. They had. The young brother dropped the Arab kid because where's y'all coming from? You able to teach calling blacks using using derogatory words? Come on now, that's just like at the schools. This ain't nothing but see this what we have to go through when you send your kids out there to these schools where they the minority in them. Let's just be honest. I remember I had, because the teacher didn't want, I was at Kyron, you know, but like I told you, I done seen people call each other the N words, and it messed me up. And I was like, it messed me up. Like Friday, I did. So it's like they hearing this stuff and they saying it, but it's like they letting it go down. They letting it go down, and that's why with me, when you want to send your kids, I'm just being honest. When we send our kids to these schools out there in Davis and Flush, and you know, well, it might be about 7, 8 of us out there. It's not really a good place to send your kids. I'm just being honest with you, because they're gonna go up under scrutiny, point blank.
Yeah,
it just
it's
is
a double-edged sword, though. Like,
yeah,
or it's, I don't want to say double-edged sword, right? But I will say it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you send them to FCS, you got kids graduating with less than a 4th grade reading comprehension. If you send them outward, then they're going to be coming up under some shit that you really don't, a kid shouldn't have to deal with. This should have been dealt with. Hell, my generation, your generation before you, these things should have been dealt with a long time ago.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's still out there.
Yeah, we still dealing with issues from that. And that's the big problem. But you're gonna find it, you know what I'm saying? And that's my thing with the school board. You can get ready to get them agendas when you're ready. That's my thing with the school board.
You're on it. I just, you know, when we brought up whatever brought us here, just that man running for 7th Ward, apparently, just he doesn't want to get elected, but he just wants people to pay attention to his bullshit rhetoric.
No, he's not running for 7th Ward. The guy he was talking to was talking about, so he just came on here with
he just came on there to even worse. Well, no, I don't. I can't even say even worse. Still, one way or another, backwards or forwards.
Yeah.
To put it plainly, like, you could replace everyone on city council. City council could be completely white, but if you still have the same money issues going on in the background, you're still going to have the dysfunctionality.
Yeah.
Right? If you have corruption, some that are corrupt, some that are not, there's always going to be a butting of heads. Shit's going to get screwed up either way. But putting it strictly on people because their skin color is fucking retarded.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Thankfully, YouTube doesn't censor that anymore, but we do have people in our chat that are offended by it, so I apologize for that word, folks. But the sentiment is still there. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. So what's on the agenda today? Because they got council today, family. Let's get it done.
Am I popping up or you popping it up? Because you do better with the
council, baby. What you got? What you finna scare the people with, Trevor?
I don't know if it's going to be scary. This should only be about what you and I were talking earlier. You said probably about 2 hours worth of
more talking.
Council. Let's make this bigger.
Here it is, family. What's the first one?
Let's get through that. Public hearing. All right. Public hearing for ordinance, amend the zoning map. So I do believe this is for the Latinx community area, correct? That's what they were talking about in the
I'm guessing that's what it is.
So go through that, council or public speaking, council response. So you speak, they ignore. Unless you gave them some sort of props, then they're going to say thank you very kindly. Then they're going to go through the minutes for the last couple meetings, more minutes and summary, petitions and communications, petition acknowledgement of the receipt and total compensation for City of Flint elected officials 2025 local officers compensation.
What?
Yeah, they're gonna communication dated December 2nd, 2025 from City Clerk Davina Donahue to LOCC Chairman Mr. Fletcher Jr. The Local Officers Compensation Commission 2025 determination for the total compensation for elected officials in the City of Flint, mayor and council members. Look, let's go ahead and pop this down for a second while you and I go on through. A lot of the folks on council ain't running for re-election. And a lot of the folks, I mean, just looking at what council's done, whether you like some folks or, you know, whether you don't, I don't think council in and of the whole deserves a raise. And I believe some of you done some decent damn work. But I also have to look at your peers and say, well, do they deserve a raise, for their crappy behavior and crappy governance despite your good behavior and good governance? No. So if you're not running for re-election, you've got nothing to lose. If you're not running for re-election, why do you need a raise? And the mayor certainly doesn't need a raise. And you guys can't amend and turn around and X, Y, and Z. Shoot it down.
All you gotta do is when he got his people on the compensation board. But this is why people shouldn't. Hold on, let me do this. This is why people shouldn't. Hold on. Yeah, take yours down 1 second.
Oh.
You can put it back up. I'll
just do that.
This is what I want people to understand. Just listen to this, family. This is why.
Courtesy of 810 Flint.
Yeah, courtesy. And do you understand? These people want to be paid.
And also, tracking the ARPA dollars is never my job. It is the administration's job. If you want to know how much money is left in the ARPA, you may FOIA that information, just like I would have to. I kept track of the ARPA money for the council reasons for community grants. I stopped doing that. So you may go ahead and FOIA that information.
Fam, I can take mine off. You good now?
Yeah, let's pop ourselves. But number one, you're the finance chair. Are those not finances? Should you not be keeping track of all the finances for the purposes of city council? You guys have the obligation to spend the money. Should you not also have the obligation to track the money? That's how it works in my household. I pay mortgage, I pay my bills, X, Y, and Z. That comes out of my account. It is on me to track my account to make sure I'm not overspending, right? Weird. So then if city council has the obligation to spend the funds, for whatever, streets, plumbing, sewage, streetlights, officer compensation, paying your cops, paying your firefighters, that all comes from city council. You have to track those funds. Same about the ARPA funds. Those funds are going to X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, and 3. Granted, several council members using it to pay their own nonprofits. You should still be keeping track of it, period, in the story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just saying, oh, yeah, I don't know how much is in there, but I'm going to spend 10 mil. That's one of the dumbest things. And you expect this administration that can't tell the difference between its ass and a hole in the ground to keep track of those funds for you, to make sure you don't overdo it. I mean, just from the spreadsheet I got from my FOIA, you guys overspent by $5 million. Because spreadsheet I got from the resolutions that I put together, I got FOIA for the resolutions. None of them said that they were stopping paying. So you guys have overspent by $5 million. Finance chair, that is on you.
Facts.
And like it or hate it, be angry at me for saying what it is. You should know. Does that deserve a raise? No. Does the Flint City Council president, interim or extended or whatever the hell extra title we're putting on Liddell because she shouldn't be president right now, does she deserve a raise? No. Does Candace? No. So while I've seen Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter in here, and I love the work that she's done, and I believe she deserves a raise. But if giving her a raise means giving the others a raise, I'd have to say no. That's just me. That's my feeling on it. And you can't go back and ream and say this one deserves a raise while the others can do without. You can't cut the mayor out, so just vote it down.
Yeah, because I just can't see where a person tell you got to FOIA it. What you mean? You're the finance chair. Like, are you playing? But this is the stuff that's been going on.
And as finance chair, you should be able to walk down to the administration and say, hey, what numbers you got? These are the numbers I got. You shouldn't have to FOIA it. They should be upfront and ready. If this is co-equal parts of government, as Mr. Mays used to say. Right now, you are acting like a subsidiary, a subservient part of government to the administration. I thought you're supposed to be equals.
Anybody else would do something like that. Tell the people that, but see this, and she running for re-election. This is what's crazy, and they gonna let her, and she want to be, because they not finna pick none. KD, they not finna pick none. I can tell you that right now. Liddell not with them, so they not finna get no new what's her name. Judy gonna be finance chair by default. Candace gonna be vice president by default, and Liddell gonna stay president by default. This how this going.
Now, here's the strange question. And I'm going to go down a tangent for a second, like I tend to do. Things stay the way they are right now, all the way up until Election Day. Say Liddell somehow keeps that second ward seat. Is she still mayor come day after Election Day?
What up, Clark?
Or not mayor, president of the council?
Yeah, until they have to elect.
Okay, so what happens if she's replaced by, say, LaShawn? Or, let's go happy dreams and say Mr. Maurice. So then is
they
second ward still president?
They have to elect new official.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, this should have been taken care of long ago, but it wasn't.
Yeah, you're right, Katie, but the way they playing the games with each other. And there's some more, so that was only one. I mean, we do agree. I agree.
You were asking if there's more to the council agenda?
Yeah, don't they got some more, or that was it?
Oh, no, they got more.
All right.
We had to stop and talk about that craziness for a second. Let's up the size of this because that looks stupid. All right. Appointments. Reappoint Hurley Board of Hospital Managers Philip Schultz. That's going to pass. Resolutions. BSNA software upgrade. Addition of business licensing and special assessment applications. Resolution resolving that the appropriate personnel are hereby authorized for purchases and implementation of the upgrade and additional software modules as described here for an amount not to exceed $327,225.00 in total. The first payment of $84,150 is to be expensed in fiscal year 26, with the remaining $518,075 to be expensed in fiscal year 27. An additional $25,000 for contingencies is also included for fiscal year 27, pending adoption of the fiscal year 27 budget. Funding for all years is to come from the computer software general ledger account. Further resolving that the appropriate city officials are authorized to execute all necessary agreements and documents to effectuate the resolution. They don't need more software. They need fucking cybersecurity. Weren't they just held ransom not too long ago, Mickey? Okay. 260004. Setting public hearing / vacation of Baker Street between North Street and Industrial Street. Okay, they're going to set the hearing. That's just going to happen. It's going to all vote yes. Poll place location change. Word of Life Christian Church. Well, since the other place has been shut down, this is an automatic yes. Introduction and first reading of ordinances. Code Amendment Ordinance Chapter 46 Wastewater Disposal Regulations. Everyone's going to vote yes on that. Introduction and first reading of ordinances may be referred from Special Affairs. Code Amendment Ordinance Chapter 35 Personnel Article 5 Working Conditions. Ordinance to amend the Flint City Code of Ordinances by amending Chapter 35 Personnel Article 5 Working Conditions by amending Section 35 through 89 Holidays. I love how little information we got there, but we've gone over that before. I believe that was for what, New Year's? Yeah, that's going to pass. Second reading, enactment of ordinances. Code Amend Ordinance Chapter 50 Zoning Map. An ordinance to amend the zoning map of the City of Flint within Chapter 50 of the City of Flint Code of Ordinances. Being the zoning ordinance has been requested by Flint Commerce Center 2 LLC RZ 2401 to change the zoning of 7.51 acres of property located at 2525 Industrial. Note, this ordinance shall become effective 7 days after publication in newspaper of general circulation in the City of Flint. Then we got a special order and discussion item. Special order R.L. Jones Outreach Center. A special order as requested by President Lewis, in order to allow for a presentation of the R.L. Jones Outreach Center regarding community help centers. Final comments, and then adjournment. That is your entire city council agenda for tonight.
Ain't it 2 of them?
No.
I could have swore it's 2 of them.
Give me a second. Let me type in Flint City Council agenda. Agendas and minutes archive. Nope, there's only one thing up. Oh, wait. Special Affairs Committee 112. Okay, I was wrong. What do we got from Special Affairs?
I think it's one item.
Yep. Code to amend Ordinance Chapter 35, Personnel, Article 5, Working Conditions. So they're just going to go over that twice.
Yeah.
One from Special Affairs, and then it's going to go straight to Council.
Yeah, this is crazy. And that's the first one. Special Affairs is first, right?
Yeah.
5
It has
o'clock.
to go from Special Affairs to that.
So they're gonna
Will
just,
it be 5 or will it be at 4:30 and then roll into Council? Because Council's supposed to start at 5, is it not?
it's supposed to start at 5, but when you're dealing with these jokers, you don't know what's going on. I'm like JWC, they don't do it how they supposed to do it. They
She's
picking
been there long enough, and she knows how it's supposed to be done.
Well, you got one I'm seeing is okay, hold up. See, she threw the first one up. I gotta open this one up.
And I got to remove.
Oh yeah, it's one at 5 o'clock, and then you got Special Affairs gonna be at 5 o'clock. So the other one you just read gonna be at City Council gonna start at 5:30. I'm assuming.
Man, it shouldn't take them more than 10 minutes to get through that. Okay, yeah, we agree. Which, isn't that also the ordinance that gives City Council paid vacation when they're going through it?
That's city. Yeah, it's the second one. I don't see how they do a pay raise. Like I just said, I just put up and I see what the lovely Beverly Biggs Levy said. Judy signed up to run for the 4th ward again. It's impossible that she can even utter her mouth of running for the. I mean, even with Liddell running again, and you know which one really got me tripping. You got the 1st ward, a councilman allegedly finna be running for the 3rd ward. Like, how do he get the switch? And it's a different house. Is he running from the 3rd ward from the same house that he ran for the 1st ward? But so you could just come out of this crib, go over in this crib, and challenge for the 3rd ward.
I guess honestly, that's so we looked it up. You just have to be a registered voter in the city, and then registered voter in the city for a year, and then you can move around ward to ward and run from whichever one. So, I mean, we looked it up. What he's doing isn't. I mean, he doesn't live in his current ward. I don't think he'll live in the 3rd ward. But
and they just and this is the stuff they can do because this is with their system. When you're dealing with a corrupt system, it lets stuff corrupt go on. It's just when they get tired of you playing. So I'm not gonna sit up here. Listen, we didn't have allegedly people they didn't say they've been racist, been on the county board, people that have been racist, have been on the mock community college board, allegedly on Flint City Council. So all this stuff that we sitting up here really going through and we hoping this thing gonna get turned better. You're not gonna get nothing turned better till you get somebody in there that really he understand the powers that be still gonna get their money. But like I say, if any council person, and I know I'm probably giving them a talking point, but if ain't, and you're gonna be able to tell who the liars is, if ain't none of them talking about fixing the water, if none of them ain't coming up here, so when all these so-called governors, people finna be coming up here running for governor, what it do, Granny G?
Granny.
If they don't check them, I mean, you ain't got to check them. If they don't be calling them about the water, why is you running for governor if you can't get this water situation fixed?
Now, all but Benson are going to have to go off of what Gremlin and Sheldon has said. So instead of telling them, why are you running for governor if you can't get the water fixed, be like, no, they've been lying.
Mm-hmm.
The water is not fixed. We need your help to get it properly fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jocelyn Benson, being part of the current Michigan administration, should know better. She should. But I'd still call her to the mat like, hey, your current boss lied on the Breakfast Club.
Right.
The mayor here is lying. The water's not fixed. Ask these people around this room if they have to run their water to get rid of a smell. Ask these people around this room if their water still has a discoloration to it. Most of them are going to raise their hand. The water is not fixed.
No, we got that, Miss Big. That's what I said. He finna be running in a different ward in a different house.
Mm-hmm. But as long as he's a registered voter in the city of Flint and has been a resident of the city of Flint for a year, apparently it's allowed.
You might be on to something, Tony Terry. That's all I can say. You might be on to something. I think it's I think it's deeper play, but that's just my assumption, and I don't want to throw him a tinfoil koofy hat. But that's just I think it's more to it because you don't know really how diabolical these people is. When you can get people in to run and act like this water is not a crisis. Listen, family, I heard Arthur Woodson Saturday. No, his name mentioned by the mayor. I heard the Mayor Stanley. I mean, God forgive me what I just said. I said Mayor Stanley. Mayor Neely agree with about the cancer cluster study, if I'm not mistaken, or the different things that's going on. I said, why would you mention that?
Like, I get why Mayor Neely's doing it. One, he's trying to win over some of Art's supporters.
Mm-hmm.
And two, the cancer cluster study is money coming into Flint. And we already know any money comes into Flint, people are going to be wetting their beaks.
In fact,
he wants it to come in.
And who all got podcasts on the the hottest AM radio station? I mean, radio shows. Don't say podcast. Who all got radio shows on the over there at 1420?
I can only think of one man.
I know the mayor. I know AC Dumas, and I think Reverend Threlkill. Is it other people who got a radio show over there?
Nope.
Facts, cuzzo. But see,
yeah. I get that he still needs to live in the ward, but we had a misconception for a while that you had to live in the ward for a year.
Mm-hmm.
No, he could have, legally speaking, not saying he did because he most definitely is really liking that residence in Mount Morris, right? But he could have, legally speaking, moved from that first ward to that third ward and legally run from that.
I got to put this up. Mark coming with some. Mark said, Mick, it ain't about your performance. It's about winning the race. Neely know how to win. Look out for the vote splitters in the races. Neely's strategy is clear and it works. The people have to see game. Yeah.
I mean, last election cycle, we saw big vote split that really hindered as Bev Biggs. Look at one before that. Rose still running as a write-in. Granted, if all of her votes had gone to Carol still wouldn't have won. But just the confusion that caused it might have pushed a couple more people over to Leon.
But said the wheels cover when people found out about the subterranean lakes with pure water. Didn't know. But I'll say this. And I told Rose
right there.
Yeah. When I remember having a conversation with Rose. I said, Rose, a write-in not gonna win. And we was being honest with Rose. And we was proved right with that. And I think that kind of turned people off with Rose. And that's what I was trying to tell her. But I understood she was believing in herself, like, no, because she was trying, I was like, Rose, I'm not gonna tell you not to do it, but I'm like, Flint tricky. I said, people remember that because they look at you as splitting the vote. She didn't believe what I was telling her. And you know what I'm saying? And that's what's really so cold-blooded about this whole situation. It's like, now we can't say a write-in won't win. If you got the clerk office, you got the money behind you.
if
You
you've
gonna
got a pin and you can harvest enough ballots,
win.
you can win. You don't need to worry about in-person voters. You just gotta, we'll say this nicely, you just gotta win the absentee
Facts.
vote.
But
Carol, I'm not saying anything different. I'm just saying in La La Land, where everything I said, and he was playing within the rules of the law, right?
But if you go to the original one, he was never really living in the ward.
No.
And that's the cold thing. And one thing, this is why I
If you
say
got that
mayor,
clerk's office on your side.
and this what connects the mayor to it, and he must forgot. Reason he got connect to it because you told Winters to do it. And you think he ain't told nobody else. She was the only one that was real and admitted that you told her to, no, just still use your parents' address. She just had the common sense, like, no, if I'm gonna get it, I'm
That's
gonna
a
get it from
felony.
this.
That's 5 to 10 right there, especially if you fall out.
So in that instance, and I know people will be, that's her word against his word. I don't think she'd have to lie on that.
No.
In my humble opinion.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? But him. Yeah, because
there we go, Marcia.
No, that's Maria.
Oh, sorry, Maria. I can't read.
Said,
yeah, there we go, Maria.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say Flint's not real.
Yeah, she said, we know the law and rules don't apply in Flint. I mean, the Twilight Zone. Facts. And you got to look what Michelle O'Meara said. But this is why he able to get away, because he wouldn't be the only water criminal. Neely is a water crisis criminal who has been working and deceived Flint residents. He hopes in front of anything dealing with the water to give the appearance that he is helping. That's the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Michelle O'Meara. Facts.
Yeah, the dude's just doing a campaign play right now.
Yeah.
Number one, he's trying to get Art supporters. Oh, he agrees with Art on this one. Yeah. I mean, it's a poor political play. I don't think that many people that are for Art are going to vote for Neely.
Facts. But it's just for him to say that, and he been saying, but the question should have been, but you know, you can't get no questions over in his chat how he run it.
Mm-mm.
You know, only people call in is people that agree with him. The question is, why is it a cancer cluster study? Why is more dialysis, kidney, a big thing with kidney disease going on, Mayor?
Shouldn't these cases have already presented themselves, given the time frame of the water crisis? If the water crisis was solved, should these cases have not already presented? Yes. The fact that so many more are popping up is due to two things. One, people like me who are too stubborn to go see a doctor. And two, the water crisis is still ongoing. Fact and fact. But the fact that he sat there and said and lied and said that it's over, we are done. But now he has the gall to send his wife up in front of the state legislature and say, you're turning off money that we need for the water crisis. But the water crisis is done. Your husband said so, ma'am. The governor said so.
Mm-hmm. Hey, family, them likes ain't matching them views. There's 100 and some y'all watching on the regular one. This, you know, come on, get them views together. And you know what? And this will bring that into the question mark. Rose's motives to me were clear. 1 week she's complaining about the money she spent. The next week she'll write in candidate. We know what it is. Believe what you see. I mean, that's what make things so questionable. Then with the Jed through his thing, she was never over it. She wanted to be a part of it. And then when she went on there and did that, I don't think Rose understood like what she did. It was never your event. It was like you was hijacking it. And I think on that one, and then when people started calling her out on that, and then was getting calls saying she working with the mayor, it is what it is. I mean, that's the only thing made it suspicious. Oh my goodness, man. I get it. You just can't let it go. LIG, let it go. Everything not gonna go your way, Zachary. That's like when you come into people's house, you do supposed to have some, what would they call it? Damn. What's that word they always be using all the time? Respect. You might don't like it, but you gotta have the respect, brother. That's all. Hey, Mark Hutchinson, but people don't call that out. Decorum. So y'all remember when the good Bishop Martin lied on his application to the Hurley board saying that he lived at his church? The bishop lied and did that. Residency don't matter in Flint. Yes.
Never has.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying. You can run from your business. That's what I was looking for. Sheila, good morning. Decorum.
It never has. I mean, we can go back 20 years and point to people on council. We can go back 20 years, point at people on certain boards around the city of Flint where you're supposed to be a resident of the city of Flint that you can easily just show and prove just by bills on their name through their home city or homes, whatever, hell, just property tax portals, and show that they were not living in the city of Flint. It has not mattered in a hot minute.
And Mark Hutchinson, I'm just gonna go on a limb. Tell me what administration was that under when he was trying to get on the Hurley board? I just want to make sure I got the right information. Can you help me out there with Mark Hutchinson? What administration was that he was trying to use his church as resident? Can we get that, family? Can anybody help me with that? I'm trying to see.
I have an inkling, but I don't want to say it in case I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's why I do too. But that's why I want to get. I want to get some. I want to get some questions.
The game has been played regardless of who sat in what seat for a very long time,
and that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Every administration,
like I said, you can go back 20 years and point at people. 20 years, point at people on council or these boards appointed by whatever mayor at that time that weren't living in the city of Flint.
I'm looking. Michelle Mayer said they were on PBS on the political show discussing how the money for the water crisis was paying for the symphony orchestra.
Just say what now?
How the water
I heard. I'm just
was
failing
paying
to
for
understand.
The symphony orchestra. I'm trying to figure out why would some money go to. Why would it be paying for that?
Apparently, a cello can clean your water. Who knew?
To me, the way that money was able to be divided and went through, I thought it was handled wrong.
Carter, there was Maria, there was no mayoral election in 24. It was last one was in 22.
Mm-hmm. So if that was in 22, he did that up under this administration. I'm gonna say this administration has dealt with previous administrations and put it on steroids.
Yeah, and some of what they do, they do what previous administrations wish they probably could have done, but we're just too afraid of getting caught. Neely's just popped out here and said, "What are you going to do?"
See, Hurley board for Martin. It was in 20. That's what I'm saying. This administration in 24, this administration, and this so-called, that's what I'm telling y'all, man. They picked some of the, but when I heard that man, Bishop Martin, call Weaver a liar, when I heard Reggie talk about Weaver, Deacon. Oh, my bad, because 2024. I knew it was the Neely administration.
Mm-hmm.
He have did things and put it on steroids.
Wild. Like I said, he's done things that previous administrations wish they could have done, but were too afraid of getting caught and getting in trouble. And Neely just steps out, arms wide open. What are you going to do? I've got the governor behind me. I've got many friends in Lansing behind me. I've got the police behind me. The governor controls the state police. What are they going to do?
And this tell you all you need to know. That was Neely. Liddell recommended him for what? Man,
that Liddell recommended him rings some bells in my head. When people said, give these appointees a chance. No, I saw who voted to appoint them. When either it's Martin or whether it's appointees to council. Leon, Candace, give them a chance. They just got there. No, I saw who voted for him. I'm good. Thank you.
New one, I agree with you. Neely is backed by other water crisis criminals. So he ain't scared. Hell no, he not scared. That's why it goes back to 21. Why 21 will go run from a house he don't live in? Because he know ain't nothing gonna happen. In order for, if Davina exposed everybody, that means she got to take him down too. If Davina did her job, she had to take him down too. And she don't want to do that. Let's be honest. If Davina really did her job, she would have to take Rich down too. You know that, don't you?
She'd have to take Rich
It
down.
wouldn't just be
She'd
Rich.
have to take Liddell to town for not being a resident for a year. She'd have to take Leon to town for bouncing around houses and not living in his fucking work, not even living in the city.
Allegedly, Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest.
Oh, yep. And remember, he's not the only one in Flint politics that has made homophobic remarks. Mr. Deacon,
the Deacon,
the hottest AC, which is like saying the hottest piece of ice, radio host in Flint, has made some pretty horrible homophobic remarks in the past, but people still get behind him. Honestly, people say one thing, but then they do another. Oh, I support X, Y, Z. I support the gay community, but I'm going to vote for AC Dumas. People, I support the gay community, but I'm going to go to Pastor Martin's congregations. And let's not forget his group chat getting leaked. Some of the horrible shit he said about people in there. But I'm going to, his bullshit apology, his droopy dog apology.
He was going, I'm going to do better. Next time I won't get caught talking about people because God talked to me. God talked to me.
Didn't he also say that God talked to him about who was going to win the Super Bowl?
The Kansas City Chiefs, when they lost to Philadelphia Eagles, that parlay he blew, allegedly.
Man, either he's lying about talking to God or God don't like him.
Man, he lying. Like AC Dumas, but I listen. I get them on their religious, but they only religious on certain aspects of life. Like if they against the LGBT community, I can understand that if that's what your religion, you know what I'm saying? It's in the book. I can get that, right? But it also tells you not to be lying. It tells you shouldn't lie. And them two right there, some of the lying motherfuckers I have ever seen in my friend. Them are two of the lying spiritual people I have ran into. One being the bishop and one being the deacon. Them are some of the messiest I have seen that said they fall up under God. Like I'm telling the game, listen, I done been watching AC play so many games like how he did clack on that bid. Where's the black construction companies at, AC?
His entire rationale about that pissed me off. Number one, he's messing with a bid that has already gone through. And he's talking about, black people don't know how to work the internet. Basically his words. Oh, you put it up online, but anyone under the age of 50 knows how to work the internet. You're trying to say that black people can't do that. That's insulting. I don't even have black skin. I find that insulting. Weird.
And I I'm looking at Granny G said question. Can the residents file a class action claim against the clerk for not following the law of residence? I think they working on it, but they got the courts up there. I
wouldn't touch a class action if I were you. I'd do it as a single complainant.
Facts.
Class action takes way too much time, way too much energy. You need way too many people. Do it as a single concerned resident, single complaint.
And beloved Eartha Logan, they forgot to read that part of the Bible where they say God hate a liar. They forgot that the pastor, when he got up there and lied and said, Bishop Martin, when he said he felt, no, you only got mad because you got caught.
Wasn't that part of, I don't know, some commandments or some directives passed down to a man on top of a mountain, thou shalt not bear false witness?
They don't do that. It's called the hustle. That's what I'm saying. None of them following in Jesus' name, man. They just do. If you see how you doing, Cicero, thank you for tapping in.
Wife
Hey,
is
hey,
out of the
thank you.
hospital, home,
Yeah.
wrestling family.
Hey,
Good.
look, yeah. Hey,
I'm glad some
prayers was
blessings
answered,
found you.
beloved. We're gonna keep the missus in the prayers, Mrs. McGill in the prayers.
I'm not all of a religious man, obviously, you guys can tell, but I do my best to follow some simple rules handed down to me through a holy book that are found in most holy books. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, do your best not to kill. Weird. These are simple things. Don't lie is the easiest among them.
And thank you for Cicero, man, for letting us know that the missus is home. Thank you for keeping us informed, good brother. No, serious. I'm dead serious with that. Like, and you right, cuz they not living a righteous life. It's sad when you see them. Like I keep telling people, I'm
It's like
seeing.
seeing these supposedly religious folks, these supposedly God-fearing men, quoting a book and not living it is like listening to someone that's never read Catch-22 trying to quote the book.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is out of context, out of place, and you're not catching the right message.
Facts. But they don't want to say nothing about it, though. That's what throws me off.
I have to go back to passage in the Bible about the street preacher. Do not pay heed to him, for he has already received his reward. Meaning, he just wants your attention. His prayers are for show.
Facts.
So anytime I see Neely popping up there with like 6 different crosses all over the place,
for sure,
don't pay him no attention. He's already reaped his reward. He wants attention. He's not trying to, speak to God or speak for God or do God's will. He's just trying to do his will and get you to believe he's doing God's will because all them damn crosses.
Facts.
Man.
Give me a second, family.
Yeah.
I had to take my meds. I'm on the meds.
Anti-inflammatories.
What it do, cuz? Oh yeah, I had to take my Motrin. I ain't want y'all to see me popping a Motrin. I'm over here. I'm battling through this though.
I'm sitting here hydrating as best I can because I know I'm about to sweat up a storm.
Facts, Maria. She said it's like counseling the child to read it and use it when it's convenient for them. That's how it is. They sit up here.
That is a good one.
How do you sit up here and vote for your own nonprofit to get some money? Explain
How
that
do
to
you
me.
sit up there and continue to pass legislation, ordinances, X, Y, and Z, when you haven't sorted out who the president, vice president, and finance chair are over the past, 3 years? 2.5?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't that be first thing done? And then according to the charter, once again, they don't read it. They just try to quote certain parts of it. Davina should be chairing every damned meeting. Davina should be chairing the meetings because there is no president, vice president, or finance chair at this time.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't. No, I just took my. Y'all know I got my meds. Man, I had to take my meds. I had to take my my Motrin, and what they give me, Tylenol 3. So I'm
glad they didn't give you anything heavy, like heavy.
Shit, that Tylenol 3 was no Tylenol 4 with codeine. My bad.
T3 is codeine.
Yep.
Yeah, like when I got my teeth removed, thank God you aren't in the army because they be piling Vicodin in your hand saying, take that. No, thank you. No wonder there's an opiate addiction in the army.
Jeez, when out here, I mean, that's some butcher stuff, fam. Let me see.
Oh, the reason I stay in the army.
How can you don't care about the Constitution and the law of Michigan? Because they're allowing them to do this. But
Michigan has its own constitution and they ignore it left and right. Hell, they keep breaking OMA.
Facts. And Joe King, he just broke it one time, but who do it? And that's what I'm on, cuz for the ibuprofen. I'm on 800 milligrams.
That's my daily take. I take 1,600 in the morning, 1,600 in the evening, just to make sure my back doesn't swell up. Bernash
yeah,
family.
deepest condolences for sure to the Bernash family. Her funeral is today. But I'm just saying, but this is the stuff that you have to go through. I'm just saying, like these people getting up on her. Just look how hard Clark fought for the school.
Mm.
Clark tried to get some
Clark was
things.
trying to still get skilled trades back in there, and they shot him down every time.
Eh.
Woodworking, metalworking, hell, home economics, and not the how to sew and how to cook. I mean, take care of your damn checkbook, and the man got shot down every turn. Sorry.
Fox knew one, no ombudsman who you can go, but you know who the complaints go to the mayor.
How am I
That's
going to
really
complain
the
about the mayor
mayor's-
to the mayor? He's
Yeah,
going to
really.
throw that.
He your ombudsman if people just allegedly the mayor's the ombudsman.
I mean, to be 100% honest with you, I believe the mayor does with complaints that are supposed to go to the ombudsperson the same way that the city of Flint does with your votes. It goes straight into a shredder. They're going to pick who they want to win. Every once in a while, they're going to let someone that don't agree with them through to throw off some scrutiny. But it's always going to be the interest and powers and stakeholders that be that are going to get their several in by hook or by crook.
And then who gonna send their kids to a school, a failing school? You put yourself in the catch-22, and we wonder, and you think them parents finna trust this school system up under this leadership? I'm gonna bring my kids back in. You got to be crazy as all outdoor if you think I'm finna bring my kids back in.
When you're looking for a new home, right? One of the things that pops up on Zelle or any home finding app is how the school district is rated. You think people are going to move into Flint when that school district is rated at a 1 out of 5 star?
No.
When I was looking for moving out here, I got to ignore the school things because both my kids are out of school. But it's got a 3.5. I mean, shit, that's leaps and bounds higher than Flint.
But that's what I'm saying. I know. I don't know how they saying they gonna. Even though Flint got enough kids on the outskirts that's live in Flint to go to school on the outskirts, they could fill up the schools. But
They could.
would you trust your?
Would you want to?
Did you see all the madness that's going on in Southwestern?
Yeah.
Okay.
And take a look, right? Like a lot of these kids, they want to go on to college to play sports, to get a scholarship to go to college and kickstart the rest of their lives. With Flint education, for one, and two, with Flint sports programs, you're not going to get that. Flint sports programs have been defunded left and right. I believe it was before Clack got on the school board. They were gifted a training facility from an NFL player. What they do? They turned around and gave it, not sold it, not leased it, gave it to another school board, another district altogether. What?
That's crazy if they do that, KD.
While I would personally love that, no school would have any fucking funding at that point. Just because, like, majority of households, hell, I'm 36, about to turn 37. Both my kids are out of school now. That would be missing out on payments from me for the rest of my life. We're talking 25 plus more years of not getting any tax revenue from me to a school district. That's insane.
You see this, right? Let's see what Cuzzo said. She said, hell, I'll use Southwestern as a deterrent for my kids to do better at GEC. I just threatened to send them there. Laugh my ass, I feel you. And then you see Katie, but that was a different time, beloved. We used to be able to smoke cigarettes at lunchtime in Southwestern. Now you see what Clark, I helped change that, but I had a huge part in ensuring the superintendent fight for our school to be in the conference for sports.
But they were fighting you left and right and back and forth and all over the place until it finally got through. Just take a look at the people that were fighting you. And many of them are running for re-election or to try to step up to a different elected position, despite their failures on the school board, despite fighting against the kids. Strange. I would say only in Flint, but that's not true. Only in politics can you fail upward to get a larger paycheck each time.
Yeah, only boy, diabolical, ain't it? I'm like, what I
Roughing them
used to
political streets.
unacceptable. But these are the type of people they let get on there, and then you have people who allow certain individuals because they want to keep they quote unquote perceived power that they got. Like Joyce told Liddell, sweep around her own house porch when she think Liddell trying to write her. She left that thing alone when she found out you can't write enough for the school board. She just thought being a council person means you control Flint.
Oh yeah, she thought, oh, it's in Flint, it's my district. No. It is its own government entity. You get to keep the hell out of it.
Facts. You got any last words, Chuck? We done did our 2 hours.
We did done 2 hours. No, actually, yeah. Let me chill for a second, guys. We're trying to come up with a brick and mortar so we don't have to pay rent, and then we can have multiple sets. We can do things on our own. If you got anything to throw at the platform, it'd be greatly appreciated. We're going to be back tonight with City Council and the committee as well. If you could help us out, help keep paying some bills, and while we build up to that 50K, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Facts. Thank you. We do need to help family because we're trying to build something. You see this? She said, I'm behind. This from Deborah Luna not talking to us. She said, I'm behind. But she said the Portal property shows Maine Institute owns that property. God dang it.
Maine Institute owns everything.
And you see this, and I'm with Katie Saban. They're going to lose more children if they try to push the transgender K through 12. My God. Thank you, Eartha Logan. Thank you. We just gonna have more problems. But if anybody, we'll see y'all. We'll probably have it up about 4:30, 4:45, 4:50 at the latest. I might come on and entertain y'all.
Thank you,
Cuzzo, for here to start with the $5. You've been too helpful to us, family. Thank you, but we're gonna see y'all this evening because we got a quest to 50, and for people who don't know that, it's 50,000. But we're gonna call it 50.
Thank you, new one
on the 50K. Thank you. We're gonna call it 50 till we get that 50. And we're gonna start tracking. We're gonna put everything up what we've got so far. But we're on quest for that 50, family. You heard?
Reading all of that, but Karen, it's nice that your kid's starting work today. I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm.
When he gets home, give him a big hug and give him a good meal.
For sure. See y'all later today, family. Peace.
Later.